prepare ourselves. Like get all the head guys in a room and drank some Finnish vodka and thought about the tactics.
어젯밤에 독일 클럽에 갔었습니다. 같이 술도 먹었고 같이 댄싱도 하고 그렇지만 맥주가 제일 맛있었습니다.
There's some theory that beer makes you better at games and hand-eye coordination, that sort of thing. So we're going to test it. We all have a different number of beers, like 1 to 8. Whoever died the most, obviously this was the worst amount of beers. Whoever died the least was the best. So therefore, we should carry on drinking that amount.
You have to have some limits because if you're playing from 50,000 euros, you don't want to spoil it by getting drunk.
When we come back, we'll bring you the other semi-final game between Last Pride of Korea and Idiot Savants of the United States from the Guild Wars Factions Championship. We are back at the Leipziger Messe Convention Hall and the Games Convention. The semifinals of the Guild Wars Factions Championship is about to get underway. Let's meet the final 2 teams.
You know, we had a bunch of people in Brazil, we had people in California, we had people in Canada, New Jersey, and from the Midwest. The first time we actually got all together was when we got to go to Taipei for the first Guild Wars World Championship. And so that was really a blast. And most of us are back here for Germany. As far as superstitions go, we used to always sort of run around and then all meet up in-game in a little ball right before the match, just so it's kind of like a little signal like, I'm here, I'm here. We'd do that every season during the playoff matches, and we kept losing, so we stopped doing that. Here in Leipzig, because we're also jet-lagged, everyone's been drinking Red Bull, but that's not normal. Well, we got to win our matches against Evil, and they're the current world champions. They won in Taipei, and they are consistently #1 every season, so they're really good, and it's going to be a tough match, but we'll see what we can do. We'll be a little disappointed if we don't beat Evil, but it'd definitely be an upset, I think, if we did, so.
IQ is the wild card seed. They have turned heads at this tournament, breaking out interesting strategies and doing whatever it takes to win. They took down irresistible blokes in round 1 with some strong tactics that left their opponents puzzled and equally impressed. Now let's hear from Last Pride.
현재 제가 지금 전공이 경제거든요. 좀 지금 물론 공부도 많이 해야겠지만은 없는 것들이 있는데 지금 그것 중에 지금은 길드워를 선택했고 그리고 현재 생활에 만족하는 편입니다. 다음 달 11일 날 9월 11일 날 저는 군대를 2년 동안 갑니다. 저희 길드는 작년 10월쯤에 창설된 길드고 실질적인 돈은 많이 받지는 못했습니다. 하지만 지난 대회 5천만 원 대회했을 때는 개인당 한 600만 원씩 벌었기 때문에 그건 어느 정도 도움이 됐지만 그 전에는 거의 거진 2년 동안 버는 거를 따지면은 그렇게 소득이 많은 건 아닙니다. 물론 군대를 가기 아직 며칠이 안 남았기 때문에 물론 초조한 상태이고 군대 가기 전에 챔피언이 되는 그런 기분을 가지고 군대에 가고 싶었지만
Last Pride is one of the strongest teams in the game. Their key to winning lies in their strategy, both great flag control and their ability to dictate movement on the battlefield. They have dominated IQ in the past and are looking to continue that trend. It's Last Pride's last shot with this current team. And they take on the upstart Idiot Savants from the US, a team that won't go down easy. Map 1 is on Isle of the Dead. Idiot Savants is in the red. Last Pride, also known as Evil, is the blue team. And Izzy, what can you tell us about the Isle of the Dead?
Well, the Isle of Dead is one of the guild halls that Evil has chosen here, and it looks like IQ has gone with a Ranger Spike team, which is unfortunate on this guild map because it's really hard to get those arrows to land through all the stuff in your way.
Izzy, we know about Last Pride's track record, but what can you tell us about their style?
Well, they really like to split on their enemy. Bloodlight and Last of Master are usually the guys leading the split, and they always get into the base and cause tons of confusion. IQ's going to have to really be paying attention to that.
And as for IQ, what are they going to have to do to be able to pull off this upset?
They're going to have to be all over Bloodlight and Last of Master and make sure they cannot get into that base and clear those NPCs out. If they shut them down, they can shut that team down.
So the match is just underway. Izzy, do you think IQ is up against it, though, with their build against this map selection?
Yeah, it looks like Evil's just completely dominating IQ here. IQ's gotten a couple spikes early on, but Evil's just gotten their split going real fast and is already starting to trash all of IQ's defenses.
Now IQ trying to regain its footing somehow, but it looks like those splits are distracting them.
As Evil normally does, they've completely gained control over the flag this entire game and are making it really hard for IQ to even stay in it.
We are over 5.5 minutes played in this game, and there's a morale boost for Last Pride.
Yeah, Evil's gotten right on in there and controlled that flag from the beginning. Their split gets back there and cleans up those NPCs. Looks like IQ's trying to push back for a flag, but just falling short.
Yep, just not getting to it in time for IQ as they continue sort of to be behind the 8 ball by Evil here in this one.
IQ's trying to get a spike up, but Evil's being really good at disrupting their ability to get their spike to land, and their monks of Evils are probably some of the best in the game. Disruption is where you disrupt the enemy's spike and you reduce their damage by stopping one of their players from doing what he needs to do.
So Evil continuing to control this one early on.
Looks like Evil's pushing IQ back into their base and forcing them to turtle with the few NPCs that they have.
Evil in control of this game as we've just passed the 10-minute mark. They pick up another morale boost as they continue to grab control.
IQ's having a real hard time here. They haven't even gotten much out of their base anymore since Evil has gained control of that flag stand and has just been bullying them around this whole game.
So Evil now controls the movement, they control the flag stand, they've had the majority of the morale boost. This is all Evil right now.
Yeah, all Evil's really got to do here is get some choice kills and swing around and try to finish that guild lord off early. But they've set themselves up extremely well for VOD, so far Evil's really doing good here. IQ's going to have to pull something out.
IQ starting to answer here at just over 13.5 minutes. Starting to maybe look for their spikes here, is he?
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to get a couple there, but oh, they got one of the Evil's monks down, which is pretty impressive at this point.
Let's listen into Rain from IQ.
Hit this guy in 4, 3, 2. Lost target. Try it again. Chuck, can you work a flag out? Yeah, we're yeah, I mean, you get in the base and call spike on him. That's the best you can do.
You know,